With me now is CNN legal analyst Shan Wu. And Shan, so the Supreme Court ruled that this was going to go back to a lower court. Even the Department of Justice came out and seemed to think that this was a done deal because with the census being printed and everything going out in the fall, it seemed like the window had closed. Now it's sort of back open. What is the government going to try to do here?
Well, they can only try to do what the Supreme Court allowed them to do, which is Chief Justice Roberts gave them the window. He said, you could come back with an alternative explanation. And of course, he called the one they'd offered contrived. So now they're in the awkward position of saying, well, if you didn't believe that story, why don't you try this one? So they can come back and give some alternative reasons for it. The one they gave that were really just trying to help enforce the Voting Act was basically soundly dismissed, not only by the Chief Justice, but 3 other federal courts thought that Ross was not being truthful about it.
How is any other explanation believable when they came forward first with a contrived explanation?
It's not. What they would have, I think the only way you could kind of walk through that minefield is to say, okay, that explanation, just forget about that. There are legitimate purposes for why we could put this on, and just put it forth and swallow your embarrassment.
Does this, for those who are arguing against this question being on the census, would going back to the Supreme Court now reopen the process so that they could actually get in some evidence they wanted to present about the motive behind this question?
Well, that's exactly right. I mean, it's a real double-edged sword for them, as you're pointing out. In fact, that Maryland judge, one of the reasons he's pushing for a decision from the Justice Department is he says, well, if that's your position, then I'm going to commence discovery on the issue. So all that would open up.
Do you see a situation where the question does change on the census?
I think it's really hard for that to happen right now because supposedly they had already begun running the printing presses. We don't know if they put in a stop order on that, but just timing-wise, it's really, really hard to get that on there right now.
All right, Shan Wu, thank you so much.